Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back. And today we're going to be working from these pieces in my to-do box. I've just pulled a few out, a little variety, a couple of tags, a couple of ready-made pockets from a book page, and a couple of pieces of folded book page of different sizes. Just so we've got a little selection of things to play with. And I'm going to be working from the Billet Doux and or the Letters, Ledgers and Ladies kit from Medieval Mirage. So that was the RachandBellaCrafts Billet Doux and the Medieval Mirage kit, because that's a journal that I'm kind of working towards, as well as the other journal that I'm working towards. I seem to be juggling the two, and I don't know which one's going to appear first, but I thought I keep making ephemera for both of them, but not at the same time, because that would just confuse me too much. So I'm sticking to the papers from the Billet Doux and the Antique Letters, Ledgers and Ladies kit. It's a bit of a mouthful, can't keep saying it. So yeah, I've got some papers here and a few other bits and pieces. So I've got this tag. I think it was a while ago I bought some kind of, I don't think I made this, did I? No, I think I bought this as a set of ready-made tags. It's got a bit, it looks like it's been done on a die cutting machine. It's got a little bit of embossing around the edges, so I think it's been done on a die cutting machine. So I think actually, and I pulled this one out as well just because I think this is some scrapbook paper, and I thought the colour went really well with the colours in the kit, and I'm wondering whether to put these two together and add this as a little flip. That's what I'm thinking I might do. So I think we'll start with that and see where that goes. I don't think this one won't need an awful lot. I've even inked around it already. It just needs a bit of a focal point on there. So this one, what I fancy doing with this one is to add some napkin to it, because I've got this napkin. Now the Billet Doux kit, as you may guess, is quite French inspired. So I think it's got lots of French ephemera, French words, and that kind of thing. And there's French. It's just got a French feel to it, and a French name. And this is a piece of napkin. You probably can't tell when it's open, so I'll fold it back up again. But it has got a little French on it. It says Marché aux Fleurs, Avenue Dupont. So the little, it's the flower market. That's what it means. It's the flower market. It says France here. 15th January 1887. So it's just a little bit of script and that on there, some beautiful roses, but the colours are perfect. If you look at it with this one, pull out one of the pretty ephemera pieces, and I don't think I've actually printed everything off yet. I think there's more to be printed, but this is one of the rose papers, so I think look, the colours are perfect. So yes, I'm going to go with a piece of this, and it's a case of which bit do I use. So I was going to say I'm going to sneeze, but I sneezed before I was able to warn you. Sorry about that. The sneeze just came all of a sudden. So I could either do this bit here. So I'd get a bit of the script up here and a little bit of it down there. And then I could put the other little tag. Where's it gone? Went to get it and it didn't come out from underneath. So I could put that on there and then that there and sort of hinge it, and you opens up and you've got beautiful rose here. I don't know whether I need to back this. I might just ink it and leave it as it is, or it is a bit white, isn't it, really? Maybe I'll just add some ink all over it or something. Or move it over so I've got more of that flower. That is really pretty. And then which side would I want the tag? That side or that side? Possibly that side then, and hinge it the other way. Then you'd get more of this. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just take this square off anyway and play around with it. I've been trying to fill up my water brush, but the the screw has got itself rammed and we've not been able to get the top off, so I couldn't fill it, so I'm just going to have to use a little ordinary paintbrush and a pot of water just to go around and separate this. Go down here and go down this foldy bit. It's a little bit, takes a bit longer doing it this way because you've got to keep dipping your paintbrush. Now, see if I've managed to wet enough to release this. I may not even cover the whole tag with this, I'm not sure yet. So I could kind of just do it down here. I do like that. And I like all the fluffy bits. I probably will have to cut them off because otherwise they'll just catch, won't they? Okay, so yeah, I might just I think what I want to do, I'm going to take this down here and round. Oh, I've lost France now, haven't I? Never mind. I might be able to incorporate that on the other tag, perhaps, a little bit. But I have got a bit of French writing at the top. So I could put that on here like that. Trim off what I don't need. Yeah, I'm going to have to punch the hole right in the middle of that, aren't I? That's a shame. Put that down like that, and then I could have a piece of book page, I think. I had this bit of script, really old script. I don't think either of them fit very well now I've cut around it. Nope, they're not really big enough now. I just wanted to have something else on there. Bring in my basket of book page scraps and see what I can find. Already it's not going quite as I'd planned. Not that I'd really planned it very much, but I just have an idea. I had an idea, and the idea is not happening. So if I put that there, would that work? Could I make it work? I think I can. I think I can. So, yep. Right, so don't want all of this. Oh, I'll just trim that bit off after. Yep, I'll trim around it and then we'll put this on. Got a little gap here, but as I'm going to have to hinge that, is it going to hinge? A little gap. I might put something there, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to glue it on and see what I can do. Okay, let's just get started and get this on. Where am I? What have I got? What have I done with it? Oh, good grief. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Okay, so I hope you're all well and getting yourselves into the summer mood. We kind of, it feels like it's here. Don't know how long it'll last, but we're having some beautiful weather at the moment. I'm just going to put a little tiny bit more up there. Just put a little bit there. Just to cover that little piece. Then you never know. So I think when this goes up, I am really getting ahead with my videos now. I'm doing quite well. So this will go up on the Friday after we get back from our trip, our first weekend away trip, because we're going up to Northumberland, to Hexham, which is near Newcastle, I think. Quite near Hadrian's Wall. The idea is we're hoping to go and have a walk on Hadrian's Wall at some point over the weekend, because it is our anniversary on the Monday of the weekend. So, don't know if that'll be the day we go and climb Hadrian's Wall, but it could be, if my husband can wait that long, because he's really keen to go up there. So this will be the Friday afterwards, and so coming into the middle weekend, and then it's the following weekend after that that we go away again, and part of which will be my retreat. I'm sorry I keep going on about. I'll try not to keep banging on about it. I'm so excited. Can you tell? First retreat. I have been on retreats before, but not for junk journaling, and it was very small. It was just a small group of us, or 6 of us, that used to belong to a craft club together. Well, a scrapbooking club it was, and yes, just a little group of us used to go away in January. It was always in January, in the low season, and have a weekend's crafting, which was lovely. I really enjoyed it. Hope I've put enough glue on now. Hang on, let's get this. Let's get it where I want it. Okay, a little scraper. A bit of gentle scraping. I don't want to scrape it too much. May have got a bit too much book page there, but I quite like that it's kind of blending into it. Still need more glue. Right. Okay. I'm liking that so far, so I've just got to trim that off. I've just left that little soft fluffy bit at the top because I like it. I always forget to use my napkins, and I suddenly remember that I had one with a bit of French writing on it, and I thought maybe that would go quite well with this kit, and I think it does. So what I want to do now, I just think that's so pretty. It doesn't really need much more. I might put a little sentiment on there or something, but I think for the moment, so it's a case of, I had this piece of fabric from Roxy Creations, so I thought maybe I could use that as my hinge. So I'll do a wrap it around, I think I wrap it around the outside. like that. It's a little bit long, but wrap it like that. Don't think I want to do it, because the other alternative would be to put it on there and fold it that way. So it would be like that, and then it would cover up a lot of this, wouldn't it? Now I think it probably should go around the back. I think it's a little wide. It's a fair bit wider than I need. So let's just trim it off, because it's not very straight on this side, but I want to keep this little bit just because I like it for a bit of interest. So I'm going to trim that so that's straight, and then I think I need to take off a fair little bit of this actually. It doesn't need to be very wide, it's only a little tag. Could even put that through the top, couldn't I? Yes, I could. Right. Oh, where's my little pot? There it is. So, need to just glue that on there, then I'll trim off the excess at the bottom, so I'll just do that. Oh, can you hear the kids outside? It's school chucking out time. I often seem to be filming when the kids are coming out of school, and just for about 10 minutes it's mayhem out there, and then it all goes quiet again. Oh. So we're heading off on Thursday. After we've had Arlo, as soon as Arlo goes home, we're jumping in the car and heading north. And we've got a bed and breakfast booked overnight, just sort of, I don't know whereabouts, how far up it is, but just to break the journey somewhat, so we haven't got quite so far to go tomorrow, on Friday. So we're booked in from Friday into we've got a little apartment in Hexham. So I just need something like a dry wipe or something. So, yeah, so no idea how long we'll be driving for. Hope it's not going to take too many hours, because we've got to drive back again on Tuesday. We're not planning to break that journey, but we might change our minds. All right. So, still wondering if this is a little wide. So the idea is it's going to wrap around like that. Oh no, I like that there. I don't think I need to do anything more. I shall just ink around it and it'll be good. There we are. Get rid of that little piece. Where's that? I keep moving my little pot that I keep for bits of rubbish on my desk, my little rubbish pot. Sometimes it's in front of me, sometimes it's to the left of me, sometimes it's over to the right. I'm never sure where I've put it. Never seems to be the same place twice. Right, so if I line that up there like that, wrap that around. Okay. Should I put something on this side? I think perhaps I should. Yeah, I think I need a little something here, don't I? Well, I could use the other piece of the fabric, or I could use a bit of washi tape. I quite like the idea of putting this through the hole at the top, so let's find a bit of washi tape just for this side. Is that going to work? No. That might do it. Yeah, I think that will be okay. Is that straight? Yes, it is. So let's just cut a piece. I'll just tear a piece off and trim it off. And add some more glue. Okay. Have I got enough glue on that end? I have now. Yeah. Works for me. Right. I'm just trying to decide if I want a little something on here. I'm just going to ink around it to see if it looks like it needs a little bit of extra. I know, oh yes, I've had a thought what I would like to put on here. Right, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Bear with, I'll be right back. Right, so I went off to search for a little bit of this bit of sewing paper, which I thought would just be just what I need to go on the back of here. I think that would be quite fun. Which way around do I want it though? It's even in French, which is kind of strange. Well, French and English, I think. So I'm just going to tear a little bit down here. Got my little tear ruler lurking around somewhere. There it is. I'm going to tear that piece off. That's a little bit more. I think I'm just going to pop that there. Yep. Okay, right, I'm going to glue that on. Right, I think I'll put the glue on the tag, not on the tissue because that's quite thin and it might just tear. Probably would. Okay, and let's just. Okay, and just a little bubble there. I've got it. Okay, trim around that. Okay, I'm just going to ink around this now, on this side. I thought what I could do, just to tie the two together, where's that piece of, that little remaining piece of napkin, where it says, this is the date and France. I'm just going to take that little piece off. I wonder if I can, no, I better use my little, better use my paintbrush. Know me, I'll just tear right through the middle of the word and won't be able to use it. Right, let's just tear around here. Maybe too much. Just off to the side with the date, because I like the font on the date. Yeah, I like that. Just going to glue that on over that corner. Do it over here so I don't get it. And I can not worry about going off the edge. Just there like that. It all blends in. Rather nice. Another thing I'm always forgetting to use is these pieces of sewing pattern, which are really good for adding that vintage look to the back of things without actually adding any kind of bulk. Right, so that's our little tag. Just fold that in. And I think I need to give it a little help. Right. And we need a nice little bit of decoration, a bit of focal point on here. So I've got my little box of scrappy bits of lace. What about this piece? That's a nice piece. What about that? Oops. Sorry, just my glue gun thingy falling off. So if I were to put that there and just have it overlapping with that bit of hinge, soften that. Now I need a little image, and I've got all the images from, well, these are from the what they call them, Ruby and Pearl XO Ladies of Letters, which I want to use as well as part of in the journal. And then I've got the ones that go with the Billet Doux kit, different sizes, but this needs to be pretty small. So this is my page of small pieces. This one, well, she's a bit brighter. Same one, just printed slightly differently, I'm not sure why. How would she go? Oop. She's got her little quill here is pink, and it's the same pink as the background. So that would be quite nice on there, wouldn't it? Little something behind her. Oh, I want a bit of script, I think, on here. It's all about writing, isn't it? I had a little tiny bit of script lurking around. How much do I need? So little left of this. This is from some Roxy Creations paper. Very precious. I've got very few actual pieces of ephemera with real handwriting on, but it seems to be the right place for it. Is that actually more than I need? I might just, in order not to waste any, take this little corner off. I can use that another time for something else. Right. Let that go on there. And that would go like that. You can still see the writing through the lace, I think. Just wondering if that looks a bit better with the lace just poking up here. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's glue this on. Oops. And I'm going to use a bit of this. I think it goes all the way to the bottom, doesn't it? All right. I got the wrong way up. Yes, I have. What an idiot. I wanted the see-through bit at the top, didn't I? Goodness me. It's okay. Wasn't completely stuck. And unfortunately, I think I had it the right way around. I didn't have to turn it the other way and have gluey bits all on the top. Right. Now I'm just going to round her corners. Where'd that go? That's it. Right, and glue her on too. If you can hear that, that's one of the school buses dropping off first bunch of kids from the nearby secondary school. We have at least 2, if not 3 buses stopping off outside our house every morning and night. We just happen to live opposite the bus stop. Okay, so that's her. Now I have got some words, but they come in different colours, and I have a feeling I've got the wrong set printed for going on this one. I think I've got the blue ones. Let me just see if they go. I don't think they do. Oh, there are some that are not blue. This happened before, didn't it? When I was doing this and I had this set, and I don't want blue. There are pink ones. Maybe this one would be. Maybe the other colour would be okay. I think I'm going to cut out the word. Oh, it's got book page stuck to my scissors. Just a sec. It's going to cause problems. The word poem. It looks like she could be writing a poem. She's thinking. Maybe it's a love poem. Maybe it's a poem about missing somebody. Who knows? She's looking very wistful in this picture. I think I'll do a poem. It's a very pale grey, I think this is this background. It's sort of pinky grey, I suppose. I'm not sure if there are pink. I'm sure there's a pink version of these words as well, but I haven't printed it yet. So I've done so much printing over the last month. Of course, you only get. I only pay for 100 prints a month, and I'm very close to my 100. So I've got to be a bit careful. Yes, I'm going to put that on there. Okay. It's taking a little while to do this piece, but I'd rather have a piece I really love than rush it and have a couple of pieces that I'm not so bothered about. So I've got that, love that. Now I've just got to do this tag. Here comes the next bus. They come one after the other at this time of day. It's only because I've got my window open because it's really warm in here today, which is lovely. Can't complain. I think I'd like to put, I don't know if you can see, but the actual hole that comes with the tag is bigger than the hole my Big Bite makes. So I'm hoping I'll be able to put an eyelet in. So I picked out this one, which is one of the wider ones, because it will cover the front, but I'm hoping it will grab at the back because it's just about, well, it might just do it, because the hole is a little on the big side for this. I don't know if any of the eyelet setters would do it any bigger, or even any of the eyelets. I did want to put this on, so we'll see. Have I got it in the right spot? That's the question. I have. Let's see if I've caught it. Not sure I have. It's a bit loose, I think. Let's have a look. Well, I think once I've put this through it, it'll hold it in place. That's my theory. I hope. See if I can get it to go through the hole without grabbing my tweezers. Probably not, but I'll give it a try. Yeah, it's only just going to be long enough. I'll just do a little tie. Or maybe I'll just do it. I'll try and tie it. See if I can do it in such a way that I can see the design on both sides. Without turning it over. I know Rachel's got a knack of doing that, where she can tie her fabric and you just get the two fronts together, but I'm not sure I've got the knack. And it's actually barely long enough to do anything with, really. I might just have to glue it in place. Let's just try. Can't see the end. It's not turned over. Okay. Let's see if I can pull it tight enough to actually get something so you can actually see a bit of it. Actually, that's come out okay. And somehow, by hook or by crook, I've got the right side of the fabric showing, and it matches perfectly, so I'm really happy with that. Quite surprised I actually managed to make it work, so woohoo! So that's my tag. I just think I just need to give a good ink around. Okay, really happy with that. So that's one done. Move these things aside. Pull out the next thing. So I've got this, and it's just a little little pocket that you can really stuff with small bits of ephemera, and there are lots of small pieces, little letters and things that come with this kit. So I thought it would be quite a nice one. And it's small enough, I might even take it with me for my little journal. What I would call in verse little journal, because it's not really that little. At least the actual cover's not. I mean, the pages are not that big. Right, so I just want to add some bits from the kit, I think, to this. I might actually use a little bit of this. I could put a piece of this on, could I? On the front there. Maybe I could. Waving my arm about thinking, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my paintbrush, that's what I'm looking for, and I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, it's over here. Right, let's see. I'll just try and... Is that about the right... No, that's completely wrong. Okay. At the risk of getting the thing underneath wet, I'm just going to have to try and do this on here. So, just do that. Can't even see the underneath, really. Something like that. And then along there. Just pull that off. Yeah, that's a nice little start, isn't it? Just use that little piece. I want to pop something under here. That's it. And I can just glue this piece. No, that's the piece I tore off. Oh, here it is. So if I can just trim this off. Actually, I think it will just tear off. And then I want to ink it as well. Right. Okay. Well, let's have some little pieces from the kit itself. Ooh. No, can't keep using, well I could, but no, I'm going to try. It's a bit tricky to decide how best add this. Pencil. So if I do a piece about there and tear it down, got that inked piece there, so I think I'll just tear it there. I do it along there. So really I want it to go right inside, but it won't because it only goes to there. That's the way the pocket. Let's see how best to do this. I could do it at a sort of an angle like that, couldn't I? But then it won't be straight along that edge. So let me see. I want to take it right in, so I'm going to tuck it in. So I'm going to go along like this. And have it tucked in there. Now I'm going to tear. I'm not going to worry about it actually being right up to the very edge. I've decided. It's just going to tuck in. And I'm even going to just tear this a little bit. Nope. Let's get the tear ruler before I mess it up completely. Because this has got a lovely cream edge, I don't need it to be completely covered. I just want it to have a bit of interest on it, make it look pretty. Right, so tuck that in there and tear it there. Zoom out. Oh, I don't need to do that because that's tucked in, isn't it? So I think what I might do is just have that going there, like that. And I might put a piece of, just a little tiny piece of this on that corner, just to soften that book pagey bit. Okay, I'm just going to put that there. Right, so that's just glued on. I just need to trim that a little bit more. Just got a little bit sticking out down here. Make sure that is glued. I think I have glued it along the bottom there. It's easy to forget to glue that little piece. And then we'll just glue this piece on. do it this way up. A little bit easier to slide it in. Slide it about a little bit. And we're on. Okay. That bit, and I'm just going to do little bits just to have that bit more interesting. I've got here. So I've got a piece of this. I love this paper. I'm just going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to take a strip. No, it is upside down, because I can see the writing is upside down. The tiny bit of writing that I've still got on there is the wrong way up. I think I may have just heard my doorbell go. Would you please excuse me for one moment? I just need to go and check. Well, yes, I did hear the doorbell, and it was an Amazon delivery. And I've got bought myself a new set of little click stamps. I don't know if you remember, I use my other little stamps quite a lot. That's these ones. I really love these. They're really, really useful for doing little phrases and things that you want to, you want to make up yourself. You don't want to necessarily use ones that have been printed. And I wanted some numbers so I could do my own number stamping. So, but this comes together as one set. So you've got numbers and another set of letters, which look like they might be actually smaller than the ones I've got. I just want to get this out of the box so I can see it, but the box is not cooperating. So, they're quite diddy. That's quite good actually. So I've got these. They weren't expensive. I think they were $5.99 from Amazon for the two lots together. But they're perfect when you want to do your own year. I could have done with this when I was doing my 1950s journal, and I wanted to do 1953. I wanted to stamp it. Took much longer to die cut all the numbers. So these are just, it's not as well made as the other set. No doubt about it. It's a lot flimsier. The plastic's doesn't really feel as strong. So I don't know how well they'll work, but it's not that often that you need numbers. But yeah, they'll be fine. They also had the same kind of the same make of numbers as I've already got, as I just showed you. But they were about 4 times more expensive. So I've opted for the cheap ones. And then I've got these to take on my retreat then, haven't I? And they won't take up much room. So I just thought I'd show you those as they've just arrived. So yeah, let's finish this off. So I've just got to trim around my little bit of napkin that I've just popped on there. Getting maximum use of that little piece of napkin, aren't I? Okay. And then I thought, just on this little piece here, I've just got this little scrap of French script. So I thought perhaps I'd use a bit of that on here. Tuck it in. And ink. Now, where's my dauber gone? Oh, there it is. Nope, I don't need that bit because that's going to be tucked in. Oh, this bit is as well, isn't it? I'm going to tuck it in there. Tuck it in there. I need to just... Well, have I inked that? Yes, I have a little bit. So, right, let's just try putting this in. Tucking it in on two sides is a bit tricky. Let's just try and get it almost there and then slide it a bit. I know it doesn't seem much point in doing this, but I like to cover things. I don't like it to be bare. Bare is boring in my mind. I have a little bit of blank space, but I don't have to cover every inch, but I do like it to look a little bit more finished. Like taking a bit of care over it. And I'm just going to ink that edge. And these two. Go around these. That's coming off. Might even just tear off that little corner. That's all fine. Yeah. Okay, so that is our little pocket, all decorated up. I like that. And then you can just tuck in all sorts of little bits in here. They've got loads of little letters like this, and a variety of little bits of vintage ephemera pieces and things that you can just tuck in. Probably upside down, but yeah, you can put a whole bunch of little pieces in here. I could pull out some tickets, I could tuck in all sorts. You can put the bigger things like a tag or something in the back pockets. So yeah, we can load that up in due course. Okay, so that's that. I don't think I've got time to do any more, which is a real shame because I was really having fun making these things. I really fancied making a big journal card, but I really don't think I've got time now. So we'll just have a quick look. This is what usually happens, isn't it? I start with a little pile and hardly touch it, and have to. Sometimes I will finish what I fancy doing off camera, just to make sure I've got some more things finished. I might still do that while I'm in the group, but I've got so many other things I need to be doing to get ready for our couple of trips away. So maybe I better not. Okay, so we've got this and we've got this. So we were using the napkin to great effect on these pieces. So I've got my tag with a little flip out tag, writing space on there and writing space on the back of here. Using a napkin, bit of French book page and a little bit of script here. One of these little ladies from the Billet Doux kit. And then we've got one of these ready-made foldy-uppy pockets, which I've always enjoyed using. It's quite a small one. I've made much bigger ones than that. And we've just decorated that up. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've had fun. I'd like to have done more, but I can't do it in the time. So I'll see you soon. So yeah, I think there will be a couple more videos to come, and there's a couple I've already filmed for the week after my retreat, so I have kind of gone way ahead, just so I've got something. It's because I filmed the things that I've been making for the retreat, but I didn't want to upload them before the retreat itself. because it's a kind of spoilers type of thing. But so they will be there the week after I get back, so, or the week I get back, so that there'll be things ready for you to watch. But there may be obviously there will be a gap somewhere along the line, but I'm doing quite well. I'm kind of keeping going. I've got a couple more possible days to film, so we'll see how it goes. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.